Hi, I have had several people ask me to do a video on Pastor Rick Warren of the Saddleback Church in Southern California. So he is the pastor of this church, and he and his wife founded it in 1980. So he has pastored up until last year for 40 some years at Saddleback. I'm going to have to talk really fast because there is a lot to say about Pastor Warren. He is listed as one of the top 10 richest pastors in America. But unlike the others, his money does not seem to come from grift or from conning or scamming parishioners. Pastor Warren has written over 40 books which have been bestsellers, including the Purpose-Driven Life, which is the #2 nonfiction book in the world, and it right behind the Bible. It has sold more than 50 million copies, so he has earned a ton of money from that. In fact, so much money that when his royalties started coming in, he stopped getting a salary from the church. Plus, he paid back the 25 years worth of salary that he had already been paid. He says that for the last 10 years, he's basically a volunteer pastor. Not only does he tithes, but he does a reverse tithe. He keeps 10% and gives 90% away. Pretty remarkable. Unlike some people who like to be introduced as a doctor, he actually has a doctorate in ministry. His wife, Kay, is an advocate for those living with HIV and AIDS, orphaned and vulnerable children, and for those living with mental illness. Sadly, his son committed suicide several years ago. He and his wife live in the house they've lived in for 22 years, and what best shows how he spends his money is he doesn't have luxury cars, he doesn't have expensive watches, he doesn't have designer clothes, he doesn't have a jet plane, but he's still able to forward the gospel unlike some of the others. He has no boat, and my favorite quote of his is, "The Bible teaches that we are to love people and use money, but we often get that reversed, and you start loving money and using people to get money. Money is simply a tool to be used for good." While I don't agree with all of his politics, particularly abortion and gay rights, I still find him to be an honorable, decent man. Bye-bye.